All right, so Mr. Girard, we just did a workshop for you guys here at the school, introducing floorball for the very first time. What was your thoughts on the sport, and what got you interested in floorball at the beginning?
Well, first of all, our workshop went beautifully, better than I expected because I just didn't know how it was going to go. So I'm really thrilled that our students that we had doing the demonstration were able to actually play a short game and a short exhibition, and they followed the rules that were outlined in the video. And I was just amazed at how beautifully the game was played without sticks elevating past the knee or waist area. As a school principal, with floor hockey going on in my schools in the past, I've always had some serious injuries where sticks have been elevated, and there's been some serious facial injuries from sticks being elevated. And in floor hockey, what happens is there's so much whacking of sticks and so much follow through that kids are being hit. I had a real serious accident last year where one of my students nearly lost his teeth. The thing that turned me on about floorball is that it's a control game, it's a skill game, and it's a game where the stick is held down low, and the ball being very light, it allows you to actually show some control, yet still has an element of speed in the game. The ball moves incredibly fast without a high follow-through. I love the fact that there's no stick on sticks and no whacking of the other sticks, because invariably in floor hockey we have students coming in to get ice because their fingers have been whacked or their hands have been whacked. In this game there is no contact with the sticks except for incidental or not serious contact. I love the rules of the game entirely. I love that when there's an infraction, the game is back in play within 3 or 4 seconds. That's what excited me about it. And I think what amazed me is that it's a game that's spreading throughout 50 countries in the world, and now it's coming into Canada big time, and it's for all the reasons that I love hockey. And I love hockey because of the speed, the skill, and also don't like to go out and play hockey to get hurt. And none of my kids want to get hurt, and I want to get my girls involved. And after the workshop, what I saw today was my most timid girls were actually smiling and carrying on and wanting to do part of the demo. At the very beginning, the girls didn't even want to hold a stick and didn't want to go in and shoot, but by the end, they were actually going in front of the whole school and taking a shot. It was beautiful to watch, and to have one of my teachers involved and following through as well. And I watched my teachers throughout the whole thing, and they were smiling and they were captivated by it. So that just gives you a start. How's that sound?
That's really great. And obviously, this is a elementary school. The ages range. Maybe you can talk a little bit about the population here and the school. I guess first effort that we've had has focused on high schools for various reasons. One has been, I think, budget. Also, the teachers travel more to different shows and conferences to learn about it. But obviously, we feel it's a great sport for elementary, especially with the light stick. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about what your school population is like and how you see floorball fitting in with it.
Well, I've got a school, a K-8 school with about 270 students in it, 30 staff. All together in the building, and what I wanted to have was something that went down to primary. What I love is that you brought me some sticks today, which are small enough that my grade 2s, 3s, and 4s will be able to play. I love that they can bend the blade one way or the other, and that was, I watched the reaction of the kids when I demonstrated that the smaller sticks could be bent one way or the other. The other level of sticks for the older students are very light, and the built-in curve already was replicated by my grade 7 and 8 boys. The 2 boys in particular were actually holding the ball, cradling the ball, pulling it back, and firing it over 100 kilometers an hour easily, a couple of my older boys. So there is a speed dimension to it, and I love the fact that there's goalie equipment. It was great to see the pants come in. I think what we're going to do in the future, one of the things I learned was maybe I have to get a chest protector as well, because the ball does fly pretty hard in my grade 7/8s with my grade 7/8s. But boy, at the end of the workshop, kids were coming up. Where do we sign up? Where can we start to play? How do we get involved in this? They wanted brochures. They wanted different things. So the video was super. It didn't take very long. We didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it does go over the rules, and they followed the rules beautifully in the demonstration. I just loved it. I'm thrilled.
That's great. And if you were gonna maybe summarize in 1 or 2 sentences why other elementary schools should consider this, what do you think is the main point from your perspective in terms of looking at floorball as a program for an elementary school?
I think if you just do a quick comparison between floor hockey and floorball, it becomes very obvious very quickly that it's a much safer sport. It's still got the speed, it's still got the skill attached to it, and it's going to involve both genders. I noticed that a lot of girls don't necessarily want to get involved in floor hockey because they get their fingers whacked and the other things happen to them. In this game, it's so much more controlled that the girls can get involved, and as they develop their skills, they're going to be playing alongside with the boys at a certain skill level as well. So the safety thing is huge. The hockey aspect is huge, and it's a game that I think is really going to take off. I've got some staff involvement, but after today, I think it's going to grow. And once I get the teachers showing the DVD to their classes and bring them into the gym and starting to work it through, it'll start to spread. And so I'm pumped about it. I want to get an intramural program going. As soon as soccer season's over, we'll get some intramurals going here in the school and see where it goes. And I'm pretty confident it's going to go.
Perfect.
I want to see if anybody else wants to accept some floor hockey sticks, because I don't want to see them out in my school anymore after seeing the floorball equipment. And it was great to see the pants here. I think that's an important ingredient. And you have to have the road hockey cage for the goalies. I brought some gloves, which seem to be working out fine. But I think we may have to chest protector at the upper level. Not for the younger ones, because the ball does go pretty fast and stings a little bit. So that's one of the things you learn.
Great. Great. All right. Well, thanks so much, Frank. Really appreciate it.
Glad to talk.